Well, hello there. Just thought I'd share with you. I just finished the second qualifications. I hope it holds. I messed up par three, and I'll share this with you. I'm going to run through all the holes, try and keep this video short. Appreciate you being here. Please subscribe and like for me. I'd appreciate that. So continue. All right, so I'm in second. So I should have shot 15 under. I was first when I just before I made the video, but I'm going to share with you what I did here. Again, hole number 8 right here. You can see me tapping on the 8. I messed it up. I was going to try and do a rough bump. It just wasn't enough club to pull and do the rough bump. So I moved it over to the fairway, backed it up, pulled my wind, but I didn't get myself over far enough from the rough. And of course I caught the rough because I hit a great shot. So but okay, so let's go to the hub here. Just push that in. Okay, so should have them all on here. So this should be the first hole. All right, I like this course. And again, I'm just going to show you what I had done. So this is the first hole of the Texan 9-hole cup here, using the katana. It is, and I'll post that below. First hole is 20% downhill on your drive, okay, and 10% going in. So the idea here, now, I could have maybe grabbed a Kingmaker or something and gone right for the gusto on that, but if you hit a great shot, sometimes you can catch that bunker, excuse me, and it defeats the purpose, in my opinion. Again, so I pull for the win, make sure that I'm going to clear the bunkers. I have pretty good confidence in my thorn. Okay, and so that's my drive. So we'll exit out of there, and we'll go to the next shot here. And this is my approach shot. And this is why I love my thorn. And I think it's a great club. So what I'm going to do is check. And again, this is 10% down. So I'm checking to see where I'm at. And I think I'm at just over. So I'm pulling it back, and I'm actually going to use topspin. I don't do that too often. Okay, so I'm using 2 topspin. I'm pulling back because I want to pull for mid numbers. Okay, so I have a nice raft or grid on my phone, so you can see that I'm quite high there. Pull. It's got a nice center line with red. In some of my videos, you will see the grid in there if I record my screen. I'm just giving an overcap. Great shot. I hit a great shot and came in just to the right, but I believe I was sitting pretty good space there. So that's my second shot on the first hole. So we'll go to the next hole. And this is a par 3. Elevation's 10% downhill. And so I'm going to try a rough bump here. Tommy kind of recommends it. He suggested 3 side spin, which you can do with your katana, and 2 backspin. I didn't find that I could get 2 backspin to work with pushing it up. So again, I got it going to the hole. Now I just need to pull for the wind. I see my arrow's just off a hair, so there I adjusted a little bit. Okay. Just making sure that it's lined up. So when you're pulling, sometimes you can pull it off straightness. I guess you'd call it that. Perfect shot. So perfect shot. Coming in, hit the rough. Just missed to the right. So, nice on. But again, ends up getting my. So there was a missed opportunity. I think with some practice, that's probably a great shot. Okay, we don't need to see the putt. Let's go to the next hole, which is a par 5. And the elevation on this one is the drive is 10% down. If you go to the left like I am, it's 20% down for the drive here. Okay, I thought I'd bring up the big ball. I have about 50 of these berserkers. Okay, and it's always important if you hit a perfect shot, which I did. Wind's taking it nice. And there's 20% downhill on the drive and 10% going this way and 5% up going the other direction, which a guy usually goes, depends on the wind. If it's a crosswind, you can go this way, but a headwind, you pretty much have to go the other way. Okay, so that's that shot. Let's go to my approach shot, which again is 10% down. And again, I'm looking for where I'm at with my thorn. So I think I'm just over mid. So I'm kind of stuck with what I got. Pulled it in. So I adjusted at 6 miles per hour wind. I can't remember exactly what I adjusted. I added some. See, my arrow. Get my arrow straight. There we go. That's better. Could have turned it just a hair. So attention to detail is what it's about. So I think I got my arrow straight up. Again, I do have a grid for that. I hit a perfect shot. This is why I like the thorn. Comes in and boom, catches the pin and just to the left. So nice shot. Thank you. Okay, so we'll go to the next hole. Which is a par 4. I was thinking, but with that over my shoulder, left shoulder to right shoulder wind, I didn't think I'd be able to hook it back. I was thinking about going to the left, trying a big hook shot, but I think the wind would just knock it down. So I thought I'd go for safety and try and get into my thorn again. This elevation is 10% down, 10% shooting into the green. Could have put a little bit more curl because I did miss that rough to the left there that's sticking out as you see it at the bottom of your screen. As long as you hit the fairway here, you got a good opportunity to, but definitely could have put a lot more left curl on there. All right, so we'll go to the next shot. And again, this is going in 10%. So the approach shot to the green. I thought I'd opt here for a rough bump, meaning I'm right at max club perfect. I can reach the hole with my ball guide. So bring it in nicely, get it running through the hole, center. Because I'm a max club, it makes it easy to figure out your wind. Okay, don't remember exactly what it was, but I can tell you here in a second. I pulled, looks like 5.15 rings, it looks like. Without the grade, it isn't perfect, but all right. And centered the ball pretty decent. A little bit to the left. I think I pushed a little bit to the left because I thought I just might have missed a hair. Nice rough bump and in the hole. Great. Perfection, right on. Okay, so the next hole here is par 5. Sorry, par 3. Like I said, I'll post the numbers at the bottom in the description of all the And this is 20% down. I was trying to figure out if I could do rough bump, but just no dice. Tommy recommends you can, but I think, and then when I came back, shoot this, you know, I think it was pretty lined up here. I just pulled basically the wind because I was hoping to do a rough bump, and again, you only get so much time, so the ticker was ticking. Excuse me. Came in okay, left curl. I think my weight was perfect, so it's all a game practice. Okay, so that's that hole. Go to the next hole. This one's hole 6 is par 5. Oops, wrong button. All right, let's watch it, not exit. All right. Nope, that's the last. Sorry, I got confused here. Exit. This one, here we go. Get it right eventually. This one is downhill, 10% on the drive and 10% on the approach. And I opted to bring out that nice big ball, Kingmaker Plus or whatever it's called. I forget. So I'm kind of just measuring because I'm not going to pull for the wind. I'm at max. I'm making sure that I don't hit the rough. Wind is going to blow me to the left a bit, so I compensated for that. I hit a perfect shot. I think I hit a perfect shot on the right side of perfect. Had a bit of room, but that went off nicely. That was a great club. My opponent hit a topspin ball, and he is quite a bit to the right, but he caught the rough, unfortunately. I can actually show you his shot. It was actually a pretty nice shot, but unfortunately, he just hit the rough. I think he hit, if I remember correctly, I think he hit a great shot to the right. So he switched, I believe, to a big topspin ball. Kingmaker would work, but I think you'd need a better club. So the big game ball, power ball, no wind resistance, so the wind is going to help him. Hitting with a very accurate rock is a great club, but I think he needed to utilize his curl and maybe go a little more left, and then because he hit a right shot there, so this hurt him a bit, but he ended up on the fairway, so he had a lot of room there, kind of stretching it out. So it didn't really, in my opinion, give him a whole lot of advantage, but yeah, it was a nice shot. Worked anytime you're on the fairway. Okay, so second shot in for a second. There's second shot in to the 6th hole, par 5. And so I had lots of room. That's nice setup there. Give me an opportunity to get an albatross. Measuring for where I'm at. Okay. I'm also learning as I see. I think I left way too much ball guide through the hole here, or I'm backing up maybe. And then it got wonky. Again, I'm thinking about that clock, so yes, I left too much ball guide. Definitely didn't make the shot, as you may have figured out already. Pulled for the wind. Again. So I should have taken some off, maybe here. I did a little bit, but I didn't take off enough. Perfect shot. Bounced nice, was slowing up decent, but yeah, just not a good effort, in my opinion, with that ball, and that was a lost opportunity. So that's the way it goes, and of course then the next shot is just a putt, so we're not going to show you that. You guys all know how to putt. Take your time putting and make sure that you get in the center of the hole and don't put the ball guide too far through. So this is the next hole. Hole number 7, 20% downhill. Now, I didn't have any dreams that this was going to go this far, so, and I should have, you know, thought, I don't think I put in my program, I don't think I put my number in there. If I would have, I could have backed off here, but I thought, oh, I'm going to hit the rough.
Great
shot. I hit a great shot to the left, and unfortunately, I carried the rough by a ton. I didn't realize I was going to. Just miss that, and if it would have stopped on the fringe, I would have got my eagle, or we'll see here. So 471 yards, nice drive, but I didn't expect that. So as you can see here, I ended up getting the eagle, which was nice, and hitting my Narbarna. I find the further away I can get from the hole, the less wind you're dealing with. So instead of pulling for the wind, this is a pretty accurate club. So I'm extending it, pulling it back. Now we are hitting into the wind, if anything. And when I watched it, the dang signs that they think they have to have up on this course, which is ridiculous. It got in behind the signs. Maybe this will show different. It does. Okay, because I couldn't see it. So dead center, right on. So all I could hear is a woo, and then it went in. So right on. So that worked. Here's the par 3 that as I showed you at the beginning here, I basically messed up. I was hoping to do a rough bump, and I had my quarterback, but either club isn't going to let me. See, if I use the quarterback, I would then, and I'm trying to figure out, can I get, and I kept going too much and then not enough, and the ball guide is probably would have stopped short. I should have just shot that. At least I was on the green. I thought, well, okay, I'll pull it back. I'm at max, which I can't remember even if I pulled max. I'll see here. It should be about 5.2 rings, roughly, somewhere in there. So now I've got to kind of start over and get time is ticking. So I got that looking good. I'm just too daggum close to the rough. So I should have had that orange, because I did have and it looks like I pulled about 4.4 rings. So, and then I'm crowding to the left. I'm in a rush because my clock is just about up. I hit a great shot, and see where I hit. I hit a good yard to the right. So, you know, we can't get too close to the rough. That's a rookie mistake. And so when you are setting up, always give yourself room. But I had one intention to do one play, and I missed what I want to do. So you get a little flustered. And I really should have made sure. I'm going to show you my opponent's shot. And he went for, he got lucky because he got to learn from me. If he was doing the same thing I was doing, but he's also playing a Guardian, which is not a club you're going to do a rough bump traditionally. Now, it looks like he could have just maybe backed it up or something, but he went and changed to a sniper. He had the same problem I did, but at least he put his club in the right spot, give himself room in case, you know, he doesn't do a perfect shot. I was basing where I put it on as a perfect shot, and of course I didn't hit perfect, so you got to leave yourself room for error. Excuse me. Still dealing with this dang cold. Snow here the other day, a little bit. Spring is coming eventually. So that was a nice shot. It didn't go in, but at least but for me, as you can see here, again, 2 shots. I didn't make my shot, so that cost me. I got a par. So that sucked. So the 9th hole here, and the elevation on that one was 20% down, and of course I didn't use any elevation on my chip shot. So this hole, the 9th hole, is par 5, 564 yards. Excuse me, 10% down You can go this way or you can go to the right and stay right of those two bunkers straight ahead of you there. That's one approach. The problem with that one is that you have to get almost around that bunker to get yourself down far enough to be able to get around those trees that are just right, you can say, way down there over the bullseye and just right of the flag. There's a group of trees with rough all around it. So this guy, I don't know, he spent a bit too much time daydreaming or something, but he ended up getting a decent shot here. I think he could have done better than that, but it's good. Oh, sorry, that was my shot. That wasn't his shot. Sorry. Judge Smells. Then my second shot here. Sorry, I was having a brain fart. Looking at his face, I was thinking that was his shot. No, he actually ended up in the rough. So I'm measuring again. I'm at max, so I figure I'm at mid. So this is where my slider on my caddy program is kind of a guess. It doesn't really give you a percentage like Notebook does. And so I kind of guessed. So I can't remember what I'm pulling. I think I'm pulling, and I'm just getting it lined up again. I think I pulled it around 5.1 rings, I believe. Hit a perfect shot. Had a chance here. Came in okay, but just way out. No idea why. So, and it's on. But anyway, that's my 9 holes in the I bid at Texan Track 9-hole. Continue just to see where I'm at. I'm holding second. I probably will stay in second, but Slugger, he obviously got right here. If you see me tapping on 8, he got his. So that's the difference between him and I. It's just one mistake. Just getting too close to the rough when you're driving or taking a shot or whatever. So just thought I'd share that with you. This is just over 20 minutes. So thank you for watching and good luck if you're golf clashing. Okay, we've got the spring major coming up. All right, and I've played, it's a fantastic course. All right, so thanks for coming. I thought maybe I'll just share with you before I go my clubs. I got an Apocalypse 6 Sniper. I'm just turned from I was using the Grizzly, and I just find it is just when the wind is up there, I just find that it does not work with my program, and so I've kind of given up on it. I like the ball guide on it, but I just need a B52-7, and I think it's a great club. It hits further than the Grizzly. It's got more, not as much curl. It'll have not as much backspin, but you don't need that if you're playing a precision game. You need precision. You need something that when it tells you it's 5.6 rings and you pull 5.6 and it goes in a hole, that's what you need. The Grizzly is very, I find 5 miles per hour down, it's great for a maxed out Grizzly on rookie. I think it's okay for most of the holes, but I'm trying to be 52. So any comments on what you like or don't like, by all means. The Tsunami, lots of guys are using it, but it's got no ball guide here. And it's got no ball guide even when it's maxed out. So it's got everything else. Just if it would give a 4 ball guide, that'd be an awesome club. But it doesn't, so you have to imagine the end of it. And sometimes, I don't know. But again, it's preference. I like my horn. I was using the Hornet. I got a maxed out Hornet, but again, the Hornet is 100% accurate. The ball guide's not as good. Has more curl, but not as much backspin. More topspin, again. So there's advantages to the Hornet. Lots of guys use it. Now, when I got my max out, I was excited, but I went back to the Thorn. I just find it is good club. I've just changed to the Endbringer. I was using my rapier, and then I watched, I think it's Jared that did an end bringer, and from a end bringer, I think it's 5, maybe the 6. I think it's the 5 up. It's just unbeatable. Here's the numbers quickly. Is if you have an end bringer 6, which I do, that you measure where you are at the hole. So as soon as it's your turn, measure and find out where you're at. Are you going to be hitting at 100%? Are you going to be hitting at 75%, 50%, or 25%? If you're hitting at 25%, it's going to be half the wind. So you don't need to use any program. You just have to remember this equation. So, and I can put this at the bottom of the description also. So 25%, it's going to be half the wind. So the wind's at, say, 7 miles per hour, 3.5 rings. If it's 7 miles per hour at 50%, it's going to be half that, so 3.5 rings plus 2 rings. So it'll be 5.5 rings. If it's at 7 miles per hour and you're at 3/4, then it would be 7 rings. And if you're at 100%, it would be 1-to-1, just like the 75. So whatever the wind is, so let's say, just keep it easy figuring, it is 7 miles per hour, you would pull your end bringer 10 rings. So you add 3. So again, to review that, 25% is half of the wind. 50% is half the wind plus 2 rings. 3/4 is 1-to-1. And at 100% is 1-to-1 plus 3 rings. Try that. It's pretty accurate, especially even at 100. I'm amazed. I got one in at 100. Excuse me. That was that went in the hole, and I was at max speed. I put max distance, and I had to put all the top spin I could get, and this was on Tour 7. It was fairly windy. I pulled, I think, like 11 rings or some more than 10 rings, whatever it was, and away she went in, right, just caught the cup. So, all right, so hope that helps. Thank you for watching, and be looking forward to seeing you come again. Bye for now.